It's a lot. We're walking through a lot, aren't we? As much as I know that we are divine spirits who have incarnated into these human bodies, and that we can access that divine essence and power, it doesn't make this experience of being human on this planet right now any easier. If you are like me and you are a highly sensitive soul, then the things taking place in our world have had an effect on you since you've been here on this earth. And I do think it's important that we are honest with each other about the effect that it's having on us, how we're actually doing, and hold each other a little bit more closely. I think it's really easy to push each other away when we're scared, and that is the last thing that we need. The sacred space I create here is where I can get really honest with myself about how I'm actually feeling. My spiritual practices serve as a mirror that shows me what I need to see and not always what I want to see. The time I spend in sacred connection with my body and my spirit, with the earth and the divine, is where I receive insight on how to continue on my path. How do I want to show up in the world? It's here, in the silence, where I receive the information I need on how to proceed. What is the path of deepest fulfillment for me? What wants to be created through me? Where are my own wounds preventing me from trusting myself? What is my fear teaching me? What obstacles stand between me and my expansion? What patterns or habits of mine are repeatedly knocking me off balance? What is pulling me away from my center? For me, the silence is never empty. It's actually the most potent and alive place I ever enter into. I pray to the silence to show me what I'm ready to see. I've had a really challenging day, if I'm being honest. I don't know why it's been so hard for me to just function. My mind is all over the place. I feel overwhelmed. I feel the weight of the world. I feel frustrated. I feel pissed off. I don't think it's possible to live in this world and to live in our country and not be affected. And I don't want to be someone who's unaffected, by the things that are taking place every day. It feels like it's something new every day. The only thing that I can do is be honest with how I'm feeling, honest with what's going on in my mind, what's going on in my body, and just allowing myself to be in this place of frustration, sadness, grief, anger, and trust that the best thing to do any moment, any day, any season of life or challenge that we're collectively facing is to show up honestly with how I'm feeling, with how it feels to be in this world right now. I want my videos to feel like a sacred place to connect with your own heart and soul, to connect with the natural world, to feel into the magic within you and around you, to feel connected to the divine spirit within you. And that will always be my intention for my channel and for my videos. But during times like the times we're living in, it's also important that I communicate honestly about the effect that things have on my emotional state, my mental state, and it's a lot. We're walking through a lot, aren't we? As much as I know that we are divine spirits who have incarnated into these human bodies, and that we can access that divine essence and power, it doesn't make this experience of being human on this planet right now any easier. If you are like me and you are a highly sensitive soul, then the things taking place in our world have had an effect on you since you've been here on this earth. And I do think it's important that we are honest with each other about the effect that it's having on us, how we're actually doing, and hold each other a little bit more closely. I think it's really easy to push each other away when we're scared, and that is the last thing that we need. And as much as I don't want to live in fear, and I try to choose each day to show up not living from a state of fear, the honest truth is that I wade through the waters of fear on a daily basis and anger. So the honest truth is that right now I just feel kind of heavy, and I don't know what else to do with that heaviness other than just witness it, to fully see it, to fully see and accept my fear, the collective anger. True transmutation is not being in a state of avoidance or pretending that you're not feeling something that you're really feeling. True transmutation is actually the honesty and the courage that it takes to be honest with how we're feeling and showing up to life with that level of honesty, and then allowing love to still guide our thoughts and our actions in the world, even when the fear is present, even when the anger is present. I thought I would share one of the prayers that I have come back to. It kind of just came to me in meditation one day, and I have come back to this prayer many times over the years. Usually I do this in a meditation. I'll put on some frequencies or some nature sounds, or actually be outside in nature. Just allow my whole body and spirit to pray this prayer, like an incantation. Spirit of the divine, I trust that what you wish to offer me today is for my healing. Soften me where I am rigid. Open me where I am closed. And bring me into alignment with love. And sometimes in my meditation, I will just repeatedly say, I soften, I soften, I soften, I align, I align, I align. And when I say I align, I am setting intention for my entire energy field and my physical body and my spirit to align with the natural world, the pulse of the earth, and with the divine that runs through the natural world and beyond. I'll spend some time aligning, and then I'll move on and repeat, I open, I open, I open, and then I finish with, I allow, I allow, I allow. And it's in this place where I feel myself allowing all the parts of me that are wanting to come to the surface from my mind, from my emotional body, and from my physical body to communicate with me. And it's also a space of allowing the earth to communicate. And that is the thing that I have found over the years, is that all it really takes is me taking the time to connect to myself, to the natural world, to the divine. I always am met in that openness that I've created within myself. I never feel abandoned. And I think it's important to say that sometimes the way the divine meets up with me in that space is by showing me an aspect of my own fear, my own shadow, or that it wants me to learn how to understand better or love better. And sometimes those are the most intimate and deepest connections I have with the divine, is when I am shown how can I meet up with myself in the innermost intimate places within myself without judgment, even when I'm afraid to really look and really see what's there. But only good things have come from me deepening my intimacy with myself and all the aspects of myself, including my wounds. and the shadowy, murkier realms within me.